Hello everyone, welcome back to new video. So let's go to the question. So in this video we will talk about the one past paper question that we held on the 2019 August. Write a program to calculate the weekly pay of an employee. The program is meant for the user to enter the number of hours worked per week and the hourly payment rate. The program should calculate and display the weekly pay on the basis of the hourly rate for 40 hours per week, 1.5 times the hourly rate for up to 5 additional hours, and twice the hourly rate for up to 5 additional hours beyond that. A call for explanation should be made if the hours worked is less than 20 and an error message if hours worked exceed 50. So it means, for example, if you take one number, for example, let's take a person working for 48 hours, and let's calculate it. So if a person working 48 hours, first let's we want to take 40 hours, because they are saying the program should calculate and display weekly pay on the basis of the hourly rate for 40 hours. So if a person working for 40 hours, then if the payment for hour is $15. So if the hours is 40 and per hour is $15, then it should be calculated by 40 by 50. So the total is 600. Similarly, we have another 8 hours, because we have already calculated 40, but we need extra 8 hours. For that, they are saying we should calculate 1.5 times the hourly rate for up to 5 additional hours. So if the overtime is, we have already 8 hours, so let's calculate it as 5 int by 15, and in this case let's add 1.5. So if we calculate it, the result would be 112.2. Right, now we have calculated for 5 hours also. Now we need extra 3 hours, because we have 48 hours. For the 3 hours, let's calculate it. For same $15, 3 multiplied by 15 multiplied by, it's not, in this case we cannot add 2, so in this case let's add, so 1.2, let's add 2. So because they are saying and twice the hourly rate for up to 5 additional hours beyond that. So if it is increase it, we can use this formula. So the total is 90, right? So if we add these three numbers, the total amount would be 802.50. So this is the total amount. So that's why they are saying write a program to calculate the weekly pay. So this program is meant for user to enter two numbers. So the number of hours and hourly payment rate. We should take two numbers. This program is calculate and display the weekly pay according to these conditions. So if the 40 hours per week, the calculation would be normal regular pay as 40 multiplied by 15. That means it's a hour per hour work. And if it is more than 40 hours, you should calculate like this: 1.5 times the hourly rate for up to 5 additional hours, and the twice the hourly rate for up to additional hours beyond that. So we should calculate like this. So totally we have 802.50. So these are the calculation method. So now let's go to the program. Let's click on the new project. Then click on the console application. So it will be start to create the basic credentials of our project. Now let's write the program. Now let's declare some variables. For that, in this main function, we have one main function. So in this main function, let's create the variable as double data type. So we need hourly rate and hours works, and we need regular pay also, overtime pay, total pay. So these are the total variable we should require. So now let's go to the take the input from the console. So console dot write line. So in this case, let's add enter hourly rate. Fine. So in the next line, let's store the data as console dot read line. So it will be take the input field from the as a hourly rate. So let's store this data in the hourly rate. So paste it that hourly rate in front of this, but it's saying one error because cannot implicitly convert type string to double. So let's add convert dot to double. We need in the double format because in this case I have declared as double. So let's make it as double. Just move this console.read line in this double format. Now it's clear. Now let me duplicate it console.write line. So in this case, let's enter hours worked. Here change it as hours worked. So it will be store the data in the hours worked. After adding this, let's create the validation. So to create the validation, let's create one if condition. In this if condition, let's add hours worked. So if the hours work is more than less than 20, what will happen? So if the hours work but less than 20, let's add one message in the console tab. So console.line error. So the error is hours work cannot be less than 20. Similarly, we need another conditions also. So just duplicate it. So it's the else if condition. Console.writeLine error. Hours worked cannot be more than 50. That's it. Now we have successfully validated the conditions also. So now let's calculate the regular pay. So here it is regular pay. Just copy this and paste it here. For this regular pay, let's add one if condition first. So if in the if condition hours work is less than or equal to 40. So in this case, regular pay. So it's not RA, it's a RGEG, regular pay. is equal to hours worked multiplied by hours rate. That's it. Similarly, let's add else condition. So in this else condition, it will store the data as regular pay as 40 hashtag by hourly rate. That's it. So it will be calculate the regular pay, which is I have mentioned in this case. So it will calculate this rating. Now let's calculate the overtime pay. So let's make it as overtime pay is equal to 0, and let's add the if condition. So in this if condition, let's add hours worked is more than 40. What will happen? So if the hours work more than 40, let's create one variable in the double format, overtime hours. It means hours work minus 40. So first it will take the decreasing by 40, then it will check the condition. So if the hours work, sorry, if the overtime hours, so if the overtime hours is greater than, sorry, less than equal to 5. So in this case, what will happen? Overtime pay equal overtime hours multiplied by hourly rate multiplied by 1.5. So that's it. So it will be calculate this line. Then we need another condition also, else condition. So in this else condition, similarly, let's calculate the overtime pay. So as in this case, we need 5 hashtag hourly rate multiplied by 1.5. So it's the normal calculation from in this case. So 1.5. So plus overtime hours minus 5. Then we need one more thing also, hourly rate hashtag 2. So that's it. So 5 multiplied by hourly rate 1.5, then overtime hours at the parenthesis in this segment also. That's it. So the calculation is clear. Now after that, let's store this total data in the total pay. So regular pay plus overtime pay. That's it. So in the next section, we need to get the output. To get the output, let's add console.write line total, sorry, let's add in the inverted comma weekly pay is 0. Let's add the total pay, That's it. Now let's run this program. Now let's add the same value, which is the 48 hours. So the hourly rate it will be 15, hours it will be 48. So it will be this clear. So in this case, after write line, let's add console dot read line. Now again run the program. Hourly rate will be 15 and the hours worked is 48. 802.5. If we check the answer here, the answer is 802.50. So the answer also correct. So our program also working fine. So this is the how we can do this exam. So next question we will talk about in the next video. I hope this video will be helpful for you. If you have any questions, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video.